Hello friends, welcome back to your favorite channel, Code One Digest. In this video, we will cover the prototype design pattern. This is also a type of creational pattern. I'll show you the use case of this pattern, a code snippet to implement this pattern, and at the end, we will also discuss the benefit of this pattern. Friends, we have already covered factory pattern in a previous video. Can anyone explain where do we use factory pattern? Please provide your answer in a comment section. If you have not seen that previous video about factory pattern, so please go and watch it. Link is provided in the description section. Just to summarize the factory pattern is to create instance of one of the several similar classes. For more detail, go check it out the previous video. Okay, let's start with prototype pattern. Prototype pattern suggests the creation of new object by cloning an existing object. This pattern creates a new object from existing object. In prototype pattern, new objects are created by a deep copy of an existing object. Actually, it is a cloning of an existing object. After cloning, any changes we make on a cloned object should not affect the original object. Prototype pattern is used when creating a fresh object of a class is a time-consuming and a complex process. So, instead of creating such a complex object, we create a copy of original object and later we modify it as per our need. Okay, let's understand. Prototype pattern is not a simple copying of an object to other object. Because in copying object, we are just copying the reference of original object. Hence, any changes we make to the new object also affect the original object. So be careful there. Cloning is not just copying one object to other object. It is a deep copy of original object. If you don't know what is deep copy and shallow copy, I suggest you to read it once. Many object-oriented programming languages provide method utility to clone the objects. Like Java has clone method. Okay, now let's see the implementation of prototype pattern in Java language. I have written a code for you to understand prototype pattern. Let's see how prototype pattern is used in the code. I will also run the code and show you demo. So I have written this customer class. This customer class is an object and it is implementing a clonable interface. Clonable interface provide capabilities to clone this object in Java language. In this customer class, I have defined two properties. One is name and age. Now I have defined a method clone. In this clone method, I am calling super.clone. This this line of code is helping me creating the clone of this object. Okay, nothing complicated in this class. Now I've written a test class. In this test class, I'm instantiating one object of customer, that is customer one, and providing the data to it, that is customer name is customer one and age is 30. Now what I am doing is I am creating customer two by cloning the customer one. So customer two is also created and will prove that customer 2 is not just a reference of customer 1, it is a separate object created. So we are printing the values of customer 1 and customer 2 here, and we'll see that the both having the same values initially. Now at this line we are updating the values of customer 2 and then we'll prove that by updating the customer 2 object, it is not impacting our customer 1 object, original object. So we are printing that values again here in second print statements and we'll see what is the result. Let me try to run this. Right click and say run. So if you see here in the first print statement before updating the cloned object, both customer 1 and customer 2 having the same data, customer 130, customer 130. Now once we updated the data for the cloned object, we have customer 1 in customer 1 and we have customer 2 in customer 2 object. So this proves that cloning is not just a copying, simple copying of an object. It is a separate object created altogether. I hope prototype pattern is now clear with you. Okay, let's understand where to use prototype pattern. Whenever a system wants to be independent of how its objects are created, composed, and represented, we can use prototype pattern. Whenever adding and removing objects at runtime, we can use prototype pattern. Whenever configuring an application with the classes dynamically at runtime, that time we can use prototype pattern. Whenever we want less number of classes in our system, we can use prototype pattern. Okay, so what advantage we get from prototype pattern? It speeds up the creation of large classes, objects of large classes. Using prototype pattern, we can do that in a faster way. And it also reduces the subclassing in our application. Okay, let's summarize what we have learned in this video. We understood what is prototype pattern. We saw the use cases of prototype pattern. We also saw how to implement and use prototype pattern in our code. At the end, we also discussed the benefits of prototype pattern. Please let me know if you have already seen the prototype pattern in your project or having a scenario where this pattern can be useful. Please reply in the comment section. In next video, we are going to cover singleton pattern. In next video, we'll see what is singleton pattern, what is the usage of singleton pattern, how to implement singleton pattern, and what are the benefits of singleton pattern. So stay tuned for the next video and do not forget to subscribe this channel. Please like and share this video. This is a very useful information for students, beginners, and software engineers. Please click on the bell icon for the latest video notifications and subscribe to this channel for more programming and technology related videos. Thank you.